Okay, hi guys. So Stan here. A lot of people have actually asked me about how did I know that the China market is going to bounce, blah blah blah. So I'll just do a quick, simple video. Okay, so first thing first. Uh, so for example, the chart that I'm at now is BABA, but the Hong Kong one. So you should know that Hong Kong and US is the same lah. Okay, basically the same. If this goes down, the US market will go down. If this goes up, it's the same. Okay, so first thing first, before you look at any stock, I don't care whether is it A, B, or C, right? The most important thing is to look at the market. Okay, market. So if we talk about China stocks, obviously we are not looking really at the SPY or the Nasdaq. Okay, you should look at the HSI, right? The Hang Seng Index. So this was what happened that day. Okay, so this was the HSI. You can see that it plunged from literally around 17 Feb all the way is just down. Okay, and then it came to this level on 15th of March. So 15th of March, you should know that that is actually Tuesday, right? Tuesday. So on Tuesday, okay, it came to this level. Why is this level important? The green line 18,000 there about, right? Because I think I posted this on Instagram as well. This is actually a very, very key level. Look at this bounce at the green line at 2016 and another one somewhere around 2012. So it is obviously a very, very strong support. Okay, and then up next. So if I were to just to go back to the hourly chart, okay, you can see that obviously the stock dropped freaking a lot lah. For an index is quite crazy, right? This is actually 11th of March to 15th of March, so about 4 days. The index dropped almost 12%. So can you imagine the SPY dropping 12%? Right, the SPY, if I remember correctly, the SPY from January until now, from the peak until now, only dropped 14%. But this dropped almost 12% in 5 days. So on the candle, you can see that it's super, super oversold, right? There is a huge gap down here. There's another huge gap down here, and it keep pushing down. So this is definitely a wave down, okay? And just to double confirm with that, right? So I don't use indicators a lot. All of you should know that, right? But the most basic one would be RSI, Relative Strength Index, right? So when you put it in, you need to change this from time frame, change it to date, 1 day, right? You can see that as of today, 15th of March, I actually, the RSI is approximately about 15, which is insanely low, right? Let me zoom out further to show you. Can you see that this is right here at 15 there about? I don't think anything hit below 20 mark before, right? So these are signs of overbought, oversold, okay? And then what happened to the uh, China market in terms of the stock? So you can tell that number one, the market is already on a support level at 18,000. Number two, it is oversold, right? Number three, RSI also tell me it's oversold, right? So I look at the chart itself. This is BABA, okay? So BABA, you can also tell that BABA, since this is 10th of March, it dropped approximately almost 30% in 5 days. Insane, right? So this is super insane. What we want to do is find out where is BABA's support. So back then when I was seeing it at 15th of March, I saw a very, very nice confluence. Okay, so I'm using a Fibonacci extension. Basically, this is the swing high to the swing low to the next swing high. Right. You can see that this is approximately about $70, right? About $70, and the stock was at 71. So this type of level, this is Fibonacci 2, is very, very insane. Seldom you'll see stocks drop to 2, right? So they are usually a level that will bounce. So to make things even more sure, so number one, BABA was at the support, right? Number two, I was looking at things like EMA 20. I just want you to see how far is the distance from here to here, right? This distance is approximately 38%, which means the stock is super duper far from the average price, right? And they usually would not differ far from it. So I was expecting a bounce within this 1 to 2 days, right? Which that was what I exactly posted. I drew something like that. I was expecting a bounce back. Okay, so of about 10 to 15, but I got more lah. So definitely number one, if you're thinking of shorting the stock here, that is very, very wrong, right? You don't short a stock when it's coming down. You short a stock when it's up at the level, right, resistance, and then you want it to go down again. So what else did I see to make me so sure that I want to buy this, right? So I was looking at the market on 15th of March, basically Tuesday, US market, right? So this was exactly what I posted at 5 p.m. I think if all of you remember back then, if I were to go to there, hold on. So this is the Telegram chat, right? This was exactly what I posted at 5:25. That means pre-market, right? The stock was at 4143, which back then when I saw it, it was here lah, right? 4143, right? So I actually drew something like a falling wedge, and I predicted that it will most likely go up. Okay, and then what happened shortly is you can see that after that, before the market opened, it actually broke above, right? It broke above, and then I was telling you guys to actually look at this, right? At 9:52, which means 20 minutes after the market open, I say SPY is trying to do this. That means it is already breaking out. I ask you to watch the black line, because if it's holding the black line, it should start to fly higher, right? So I got confirmation from the US market as well, and you can see that what actually happened is it went up so much lah, right, in the next couple of hours. So that gave me more confidence, because number one, the so-called Hong Kong market is at a support, is oversold. BABA is at a support, is oversold. US market is breaking out of its falling wedge, right? And if I didn't draw a falling wedge, right, I'll just remove this. You can tell that it's also a very nice support level, right? So you should know all these key support levels, so you know exactly where to wait for it. So, and of course, with this falling wedge, I do not know if you guys have experience with that. If a market does a falling wedge, right, high chance it is most likely going to break higher, right? High chance. So for a stock itself, it's still okay, but if a market is usually a very strong reversal pattern, right? And you can tell that, for example, right now, if you want to talk about BABA, right, today BABA is right here at 101, right? So what will I be doing is very simple. I want to know where's BABA resistant, so I will use FIBO, right? Maybe retracement from the swing high to the swing low. Right, this is the high before it started dropping, and then the low was here. So there's obviously a very strong resistance at BABA at 103, the 0.618 mark. So usually you'll come into some type of chopping or sideways or even rejection, right? So if you know how to play FIBO, you should already be trying to take some profits here. I'm not saying taking 100%, right? Like what I did, I sold actually 50% yesterday here. I sold another 20% last night, and so on and so forth. So I'm still holding the rest lah, right? So yeah, I think that would be all, guys.